Guys, I went on a date this week and I felt the feminism leaving my body. I live on the east side of LA, and if you don't know what that means, it's sort of like the artsier part of LA, you know? It's people say it's like Brooklyn and New York. So I go on dates with a lot of
Yes, welcome back. This clip is going viral on social media. It is important we take an exclusive look. Girl goes on a date with a masculine man and erases all of her work programming. There is no hope yet for the next generation of young people as long as they can get away from the soy boy, Libra snowflakes. Sometimes when I take a look at videos like this and these feminist ideas where there's usually things that they are the one to pay the bills on the first date is concerning.
guys. I went on a date this week and I felt the feminism leaving my body. I live on the east side of LA, and if you don't know what that means, it's sort of like the artsier part of LA, you know? It's people say it's like Brooklyn and New York. So I go on dates with a lot of men and women who, you know, live over here. There's always a negotiation about who pays, and that's great. I like to pay for people, all that. But what I will say is that I sort of fell into going on a date with the most guy's guy I've ever been on a date with. And he's from West, you know, Santa Monica. He's a bro, right? A guy's guy is usually not my type. I cannot remember the last time that I went on a date with a straight bro, you know what I'm saying? But it befell me. It befell me in an organic fashion. So I'm on this date with this guy, and the thing about a guy's guy is he's putting his card down. He's paying for everything. And I really it sort of activated something feral in me, I'm not gonna lie. We went to another bar, and he was gonna go to the bathroom, so I was getting prepared to pay for our drinks because he's been paying all night. Of course I'm gonna pay for the next round. But as he's going to leave for the bathroom, he turns to me and he hands me his credit card and he goes, "Here's my card, get us whatever." It might be time for me to get away from all these, you know, liberal snowflakes on the east side.
Men who look at the bill too long are broke. If I'm on a date and the guy reaches to pick up the check and doesn't immediately look over the bill quickly, put his card in, and call it a day, I will think that he isn't used to picking up the check regularly on a date, which will make me think that he actually can't afford it and has no money, which means he cannot afford me. You only need to look at the bill for about 4 seconds, and then that's it.
Who do you think should pay on a first date?
I think it should be men.
I would say men for the first date.
A lot of you said you were feminists, right? You believe in equality. But it's interesting when it comes to paying for the first date, you want the guy to pay. How do you reconcile being in favor of equality but also holding men to their traditional gender roles?
Got it! Madwatch replied to this video. She's impressed that the guy paid, which is fine. Women are naturally attracted to providers, but if she likes this aspect of traditional masculinity, she has to accept the rest of it and be willing to play her part and be traditionally feminine. That is where things usually break down for feminists. He went further. You like a man who pays, of course you do, but are you willing to drop the feminist girl boss bullshit and be the kind of woman that the man who pays actually wants? That is the question. Okay, responding to this video, I have my own things which I look at differently. I believe when going on a date with any person, the man can take off the bills, the woman can take care of the bills. That is how I look at it. It doesn't matter who doesn't have. If you have the money and you can cater for that, proceed to do that. But these people with this idea a man cannot pay for my bills, is feminine. It is insane to me.
Please don't do these embarrassing things when the bill comes and
you're like fumbling in your wallet or like checking your phone or going to the bathroom in order to avoid the bill or the check. Don't do that stuff. Please have some like self-worth and elegance about it. You know what I mean? If he is the one, which I presume he is, because why would you have asked him out? He's the one who asked you out. He's the one who's invited you to frequent, to visit into his world. He's asked you on the date. He's like, hey, beautiful lady, I want to show you, let me show you the world. I'm Aladdin, and I want to show you my world. I want to take you somewhere, and let's see if you like it, because that's what a date should be. If the guy makes this amount of money, he shouldn't be taking you out to a hugely expensive this style restaurant. He should be taking you to a this style restaurant. It can be a Nando's. It could be a McDonald's. I don't care. If that's where he goes and where he can take you comfortably, that's where he should be taking you. The reason you should not pay on the first date is, number one, it's social norms, it's rules. He's the one who's asked you. He's the one who's asked for your time. He wants to take you out. But number two is because he is showing you his lifestyle. And also, if he does take you out and he takes you somewhere ridiculous and he's all stressed that he can't pay, you need to know what kind of man you're dealing with. You need to know if he's got sense about him or not, how that's going to move forward.
Yes, at one time, women were considered in the eyes of the law less than men. And so women decided that they wanted the same right and opportunity as men, and rightly so. They wanted to convince the world they were as good as men and they could do all the things men could do. And it turned into this insinuation that in order for women to be considered successful, they had to do it the same way men did it, and eventually it became the idea that men and women are interchangeable. You can't deny this. To deny the existence of differences between men and women is to deny the inherent gift that men and women bring to the table of life. Men can be successful in any way they choose, and women can be successful in any way they choose. The career, goals, and aspirations historically associated with men are not the same. But when you try to be something that you are not, just to prove to people that you can do it too, you rob the world of the gift you were meant to give by virtue in part of the inherent gift you possess as a woman, as a man or woman. This world, our civilization, desperately need the inherent gift for both men and women in order to function. We need each other. We need each person to succeed according to his or her own gift and not according to someone else. Women that want career should absolutely have them. Okay, this is something that is going on. I see it important when you look at things both ways, not just like she has put out here. A woman is supposed to do this, I was supposed to do this. When you are with someone, you need to look at things this way. Look at the person's financial status. If I'm okay, I should be able to do everything.